Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Today we're tasting 3 delicious whiskeys.
Well, we scooped these whiskeys up in San Diego at the Total Wine on the way out of town. Today we're in Malibu and excited to get into these 3 bottles. Now, we're going to introduce the bottles and then we're going to get a first impression, just a little taste of each one. So chapters are going to be enabled. If you want to scoot through and see the bottle that you're most interested in, go for it. If you want to watch them all because you're just so interested in what we have to say, we'd love that too. So let's get on with introducing these bottles.
I'm really excited about the bottles we picked up today.
Look at you, you're glowing.
I am. Normally
Beaming.
I know. Normally I'm just like whatever you want to pick up at the liquor store. But I specifically said I've never had a bottle of Wyoming whiskey that I did not like. And we picked up another one.
So here you go. This is Julie's pick. We'll introduce this bottle first, I guess. This is Wyoming Whiskey National Parks number 3. It's a limited edition. We saw number 4 there as well, but based on the tasting notes that we saw and the price, because we saved a little coin on this one, we went with National Parks number 3.
So the next one you were super pumped about because not only was it a great deal, which I'm always excited about, but it's something you've been looking for.
Anytime I see Lost Lantern, I get excited about it. This is their American Vatted Malt. Very interesting whiskey because this is a blend. It's a marriage of American single malts from Balcones, Copperworks, Santa Fe Spirits, AAA, Virginia Distillery Company, and Westward Distilleries. We really love all of them, and we're really excited that they all teamed up on this one. So we'll get into this Lost Lantern pick right over here very soon. Last up, a interesting whiskey, something that somebody sent us a sample of before. We've never had our own bottle. This is Smokeye Hill barrel proof straight bourbon whiskey, aged 5 years, crafted with heirloom blue corn, if that's a thing that you're excited about like we are. 134.2 proof, so a big heavy hitter. We thought this was a reasonable price too. We're going to get into all of that here as we're tasting through them.
We have Wyoming whiskey. It's a limited edition National Parks number 3, aged 5 years, straight bourbon whiskey, coming in at 105 proof. This was my buy at the liquor store. Let's see about the cork pop. Worth it. It was great. That was good.
You bought that bottle just for the cork pop?
Just for the cork pop.
All right, let's get into Wyoming Whiskey National Parks batch number 3. 105 proof. This one was our most affordable bottle, most reasonably priced bottle of this particular shopping trip to Total Wine in San Diego.
It smells very oaky, a little honey there, not super fruity. There's a bite to it that I think will go away once it opens up a little bit.
105 proof. What a great place to do your drinking, and especially with this brand, there's a touch of a grassiness here that I actually really enjoy on this particular whiskey. There is a strawberry or raspberry zing showing up on the finish here. Oh man.
So you get a lot of that oakiness right up front, then the fruit kind of rushes in, and then at the end I get just a little bit of leather, a little bit of interest there at the finish. I think it's only going to get better with time.
I totally agree, and you're right, the leather shows up on the tail end of the sip. That's fantastic. Okay, bottle number 1 is a slam dunk. So well done to Julie for selecting, honestly, one of the most delightful bottles that we picked up on this entire trip, which started roughly 6 months ago. That's great.
You said slam dunk, and I thought we should make like some sort of National Parks pun, but I don't actually know what that was. Like,
that was a March Madness pun.
Oh, clever.
Yeah, I did a really good job.
So I'm always interested in trying single malts because I like to dabble. I'm not as in love with it as you are, but I'm starting to get on the bandwagon. And I saw Lost Lantern, the name Lost Lantern, and I was like, well, now I gotta try that.
You gotta try it, absolutely. And what's unusual about this is they call it an American Vatted Malt. It's not technically a single malt. It's a blend of a bunch of single malts. What I love about this one is that they said we brought together the makers of 6 of the best American single malts from across the country and collaboratively created the 12-barrel blend over the course of a single day. Our American Vatted Malt showcases the flavor of American single malt in all its diversity. Love that they brought the distillers in to make this thing happen. And it's everywhere from Waco, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Nantucket, Massachusetts, Livingston, Virginia, and Portland, Oregon. Edition number 1. We can only hope there's going to be more. And by the way, $120 is what we used to see this one around for. It's available on their website right now, today, as we record it, for $100. We got this one for $81.99. That's a $40 steal as far as I'm concerned. So get yourself over to San Diego Total Wine and scoop one of these up. I'm telling you, I actually got into this bottle last night. This is not a cork pop, obviously. I'm telling you right now, if you like any of the single malt notes from any of the producers that we mentioned, I think you're going to like this bottle.
When you were talking and I took my first like aroma of it, it was like almost like a punch in the face. Like it was so fruity. It almost reminded me of Christmas. Like there's some spice in there. There's like a hint of single malt in there. He's like so excited.
I forgot about the nose. Let me get on the nose while you brag about it.
Plums and like baking spices, and then really bright. It was almost joyous. And I know that sounds silly, but like whereas the Wyoming whiskey had like a very deep dark flavor, like it was almost like a little brooding.
Yeah.
This is almost having a party.
This is a party, and what I love about this, and you can go ahead and dig into that, the Balcones nose is there. You get a little bit of that mustiness from Texas, but at the same time, you get some of those dry, woody notes that we get from westward in Portland, Oregon. Each one of these distilleries seems to be represented on the nose. This is a very well done blend. I'm going to steal it out of your hand because now I'm so excited to get into it and hear what you think of it.
I'm going to start by saying this isn't for everybody. I've been drinking a lot of single malts lately, and this is not like any single malt that I've tasted. And it could be it could be because it is a blend of all of these different distilleries.
Ooh.
It has a very, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It's a confusing whiskey because it doesn't fit into any guidelines. There are no rules on this whiskey.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I also don't not love it. It's definitely not a bourbon. It's definitely not a rye. No. It's not an Irish or a Scotch. It doesn't really even scream single malt to me.
On the palate here, Santa Fe shows up, where I wasn't getting a lot of that Santa Fe on the nose. If you know these distilleries, you know how good they are. When they start to show up, you get excited about it. It's almost like a mixtape for your mouth.
That's a perfect way to say it. It's just really, if you go in thinking it's going to taste like something and hope that it doesn't, thumbs up, I guess.
Go into each bottle with an open mind.
Yeah, open mind.
That is what we do here at the Bourbon Van. This whiskey hits every note for me. It is bready. It is fruity. It has all kinds of sweetness in it, but it's somehow well balanced. A little bit of spice on the finish, touch of smoke. All the things that make American single malt whiskey so exciting, it's all in here, and we got it $40 off, which feels like a steal. I wish I'd bought 10 bottles of this.
Yeah.
What a great whiskey. For my palate, personally, I love this bottle.
I just feel like it's a little bit fun, a little bit scandalous almost. Like it shouldn't taste like this. And I know that it seems like I didn't like it. I really did. I just think that it's more of a thinker, like for somebody like me. If you think we were done with cork pops, you were wrong. It is Smokeye Hill barrel proof, aged 5 years. It is masterfully crafted with heirloom blue corn. It is 134.2 proof. I did that on the fly. And even better, woo, this is a hefty cork. The 40's anything.
Okay.
I feel like we're going in stages. Like the nose on Wyoming was like pretty subtle, a little bit, you know.
It's sweet.
Avant-garde. Like,
lovely.
You know, just trying to stay under the radar. And then it was like, boom, with Lost Lantern. This one's even more exciting.
Smokeye Hill barrel proof. Again, this is 5 years aged, 134.2 proof. We got this one for, I don't have the number in front of me, it was $80 to $85. And again, we tried this one, and we can link back to that video. Last year, somebody sent us a sample of it.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it. And we don't put bottles on our end of year list that we don't own, because we haven't had enough time to try them, to realize whether or not they belong on that list and where they should be on that list. This bottle, we've been looking for it since that day. This was a limit one per person. It was the last one on the shelf, so we grabbed it.
It does smell like you got the vanillas and the oaks.
I think that there's a complexity on the nose, at least, that's very reminiscent of Elijah Craig barrel proof.
I was just thinking about how a lot of people probably pre-taste things and they know what they're going to say right now, and you're seeing like in real time what I'm thinking.
What an explosion of flavor.
Yes.
There's blueberry in here. There's dark cherry in here. Cake batter.
Cake batter is a great way to say it.
Man, it feels like my birthday. It's not, but it feels like it because this whiskey is so great. This might be one of the all-time great trips to the liquor store that we've ever had, because we brought home a lot of beer that we can't get to in Oregon. We didn't expect to find much.
No, and I feel like because we've been shopping around for 5 years, we have a lot of stuff, and so we're really looking for things that really pique our interest. And we went through like the whole, shelf after shelf after shelf, and then
we went shelf by shelf together, side by side. And honestly, it was one of the more romantic moments of my entire life. It was incredible.
But like normally you're like, I want, and I'm like, whatever. But this time, I don't know if it was like seeing the Wyoming whiskey, and I was like, we're gonna take that home. Like I want that, so we're gonna take it. And you kind of picked out the other two, and I felt like it was an exciting trip to the liquor store.
Sometimes we get a little grief on these videos and some comments where people say, we were expecting you to say, oh, I bought whiskeys from this place.
Yeah.
Not, we just went to the liquor store and found things. The thing is, in our travels, we find things that we can't get at home. And that's what's so exciting about this. And if you clicked on this and went, oh, I wonder what kind of whiskey they're making in San Diego. None of these are San Diego bottles. These are all bottles from all over the place. Wyoming whiskey, Lost Lantern, and Smokeye Hill. These are three very exciting whiskeys that have my palate. Honestly, my mouth is watering.
It's like juicy and pop. What is it? Pop rocks? Those pop rocks.
My palate is vibing right now, and I'm so excited to sit with these for the rest of the afternoon. The only thing that we have to do from here, walk down the hill, go to Malibu Seafood, and get some fish tacos, shrimp tacos.
Fish and chips.
And that's all I ever wanted to do with my entire life. So today is going to be a day of days for me personally, and I'm happy we got to share it with you from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I think that we should have little trophies made up that say best shopping trip to the liquor store ever, the Bourbon van.
Also, it's between this one and El Paso, but enjoy beautiful Mavis with her photo shoot from today.